Hey, what's up, guys? It's Phoenix here. Welcome back to another episode of Spicy Bop Licks. And today I wanted to show you guys a Joe Pass style chord melody, actually, kind of like turnaround. Now, before you guys click away and be like, oh, well, I thought this was supposed to be like lick tutorials. This is something that is like improvisational, like you can improvise off of it. And I guarantee you, unless you don't already know this stuff, this will open up a lot of doors for you as far as jazz harmony and improvisation goes. I remember the first time I learned this kind of concept, which I will show you guys today, it just dramatically kind of changed the way I look at chords and how they fit together and harmonize together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the kind of melody, and then I'm gonna break it down and kind of explain to you like what's going on. So first off, let's start here. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is gonna be in G major. All right, I'll do that one more time, guys. All right, so that's what I want to show you guys today. And what this is utilizing a concept on guitar called shell voicings. Now, if you don't know what shell voicings are, if you've never used them, they are really sweet, and they're a great way to add a lot of kind of like spice to your comping. So what shell voicings are as the name suggests, kind of like a shell voicing of a chord, basically. So for example, one of the chords we will use is like this one. Now this could be a D 6/9 or a G 6/9. However, notice that I'm only playing the top 4 strings. So it kind of can be like ambiguous on a voicing like this, the 6/9, where it's either a G6/9 or a D6/9 based on your root. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter necessarily, and you'll see why. But that's just kind of an example. Like this 6/9 chord is like a perfect example. As you can see, it's just the top 4 strings of what is usually known as like this kind of shape or that kind of shape. So that's what shell voicings are in a nutshell. And this kind of like a melody thing I just played for you guys, it just shows you how you can use it and this and that. So let's start breaking it down. So like I said, this is in the G major scale, so just regular. So if you know that scale, this will all up and down the neck, I should say. If you know that scale pretty much all up and down the neck, which like I'm sure most of you guys do, this will like fit in very nicely to that. So let's get into it, guys. So the way I start off this is the first chord. I do a A minor 9 kind of voicing. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this chord. But basically with the index finger, you want to bar like the top 4 strings. That's the D, G, B, E string, all on the 5th fret. And then with your pinky or ring finger, you're gonna get the high E on the 7th fret, which is the 9. Very beautiful chord. So that is the first chord, A minor 9. And the way I think about this and how this all fits in with the G major scale is basically this is like your 2, A minor, the 2. And this specific like shell voicing just fits perfectly in the A Dorian scale. So you guys know that scale, I'm sure. So the A Dorian scale, as most of you know, is the second mode of G major. And this specific minor 9 shape is just, it's just outlining these notes within that scale, okay? So that's the first chord. This is the next chord. So this chord is this is a C major 9 inversion, while simultaneously being a A7 sus chord. It's both of those chords. It doesn't really matter how you use it in that sense. Like, for example, like if the chord, like let's say, is like an A sus, you can play this chord over that. If the chord is a C major 9, you could play this chord. So that's kind of the way I don't get really too caught up in like the names of the chords necessarily, or the types. And that's why I wanted to show you guys this, because like you're gonna be exposed to a lot of these cool shapes that are a lot of different chord voicings, but you will also see how you can kind of negate necessarily like thinking about all these terms and just see them as like a color palette, or like a painting palette if you're like a painter, using that as an analogy, just like your box of like tools and whatnot. So that's the way I think about this, is like don't get too caught up necessarily with like what the chord necessarily is. Like obviously, yes, you should know it, but think about it more like these are just chords that whenever I'm playing a G major scenario or jam, I can basically throw these in there where they fit. So yeah, so that is the next chord. And the fingering for this is index finger on the 7th fret of the D string, ring finger on the 9th fret of the G, middle finger on the 8th fret of the B string, and then pinky finger on the 10th fret of the high E. Okay, guys, so that is the second chord, which I said was a C major 9 inversion, as well as an A7 sus inversion. So like already this is what we have. You've probably heard that in a lot of different like Joe Pass songs, Wes Montgomery, pretty much any jazz guitar, even funk guitar, soul, you'll hear this kind of chord movement. All right, so now this is our third chord. This is what we have so far. So now this is a this is a C6 inversion. And the fingering for this is index finger on the 10th fret of the D, ring finger on the 12th fret of the G, index finger barring the B string as well on the 10th, and then the pinky on the 12th fret of the high E. Very beautiful chords. So those are the first three. We got A minor 9, C major 9, as well as A sus 7, and then C 6. Okay. So yeah. So now the next chord. Let me get it. This is the next chord. And this, so this is technically this would be a F major 9, as well as a D sus 7. So, and it's the exact same chord shape as the the C major 9 A sus 7 chord. Same exact shape, but now we're just playing it starting with our index on the 12th fret. So that is the next chord. Now, the next chord after that is this chord. So it's like, which is a G major 7 inversion that is also a E minor 9 shape, which is the same exact shape that we started on the 5th fret. We are playing that on the now 12th fret, and we're using it as a G major 7 voicing, but it is also a E minor 9. Now, already what I just showed you guys is already basically a turnaround. So this is what it sounds like. So that's like the first half of the melody, and already you could just use that as a G major turnaround. So that's pretty cool. But now we're gonna get into the second part of the lick. So after this chord, I play this chord, which is like I said, a D6-9 or G6-9, depending on what you would kind of respect as the root. In this case, it doesn't matter. We're simply just using the shape. So the fingering for this is D string and G string barred with your index finger on the 9th fret, and then the B string and high E string barred on the 10th fret with your middle finger. So that's like, okay, and now the next chord shape, guys, is this shape, which is a simple C major 7 inversion. So this one is D string on the the 10th fret, and then middle finger bar the G, B, and high E string on the 12th fret. So we got, okay. Now, and the next chord is this chord, which is again a 6-9 shape. We're playing this with our index on the 7th fret, and this would voice either a F6-9 or a C6-9. In our case, we don't really care about what it is. We're just kind of using the shape. So that's the next shape. And then now the kind of second to last chord, or you could even use it as the last chord, is this one, which is again a major 7. This is G major 7. Same exact shape as this one. Just starting on the 5th fret with our index. So that's G major 7. And then the final chord I use in this kind of little kind of run is this one, which is also G6-9. And the way I play that is middle finger on the D string, 5th fret, index finger on the 4th fret G string, ring finger on the 5th fret B string, and then pinky on the high E 5th fret. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna play through the run one more time, and then I will do it slowly and kind of call out the chord names, and then kind of wrap it up after that. So this is the run I just showed you guys. Do that one more time. Kind of forget to go to the last one sometimes, just because sometimes I just end on the G major 7. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it out now, each chord. So wow, off to a great start. A minor 9, C major 9, C6, F major 9, G major 7, like a G6, C major 7, C 6 9, and then G major 7, and also G 6 9 if you want to go to that. So yeah, guys. So basically, I pretty much showed you like two different turnarounds, but I kind of use them as the same one. So the first part of that turnaround is like that already can be a turnaround to G major. But then the other turnaround is also to G major is this one. So yeah, that's what I want to show you guys today. Just a simple use of shell voicings in G major. Kind of one line. I showed you that whole kind of run, and the significance of this, if once you guys do this for yourself, you will see that all of these chord shapes fall in line exactly with the C major scale. I kind of showed you guys that in the really beginning, like, you know, this minor 9 shape is, you know, right in the A Dorian scale. So that already falls right into the scale. This shape even. You know, this shape. This shape even. You know, so this shape even. This shape even. This shape. And of course, this shape. So yeah, guys, hope you really enjoyed this video. Again, this is using chord shell voicings within the scale, and the bigger picture idea that I hope you guys will get from this is to see how the scale, the chords, and the arpeggios are all the same thing. Saying that in words is not the same thing as figuring that out for yourselves. I know it's kind of players don't really like to hear that, but it's truly just one of those things you guys need to kind of just discover on your own. That's just part of being a musician, is making these discoveries and kind of you know, having your own interpretations of them and ways of seeing them. But hopefully this kind of that melody will kind of help you guys see how just the regular major scale, I'm not even talking bebop scale, just the regular major scale has all these fantastic, rich, beautiful chords just in them, and they're everywhere, and you can basically play them whenever and use them, you know, however, to make so many lines and just melodies and harmonies. So yeah, guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like, share this video, and yeah, guys, really appreciate you watching. Happy jamming. Peace, guys.